What's up guys? John here from Blackjack Contracting and the host of the REI Contractor Show. Welcome back to our East 12 series. This is the duplex conversion we've been working on for the last few months. So we are obviously drywalled and mud and taped. This is not the most exciting episode, I'll warn you in advance, but we're just going to continue on and show you around. So a couple quick things, you know, this is part 11 of the building code, so it's a single layer of 5/8 on the ceiling. Beams and bulkheads like this, so this is a pillar, this has to be protected by 5/8 for fire rating. Bulkheads are 5/8 drywall for fire rating and sound rating, and then the outside walls and inside walls are 1/2" drywall. I'll show you a couple tips and tricks, and we'll go on to talk about the next phase. So as you can see here, I'm standing in the doorway to the furnace room. I just want to show you a couple of quick tips. We've decided to rate the walls, not the ceiling. So as you'll notice here, we have our 2x4 framing. We have a layer of 5/8 drywall on the inside. We have resilient channel and 2 layers of 5/8 on the outside. So that meets our fire rating for the furnace room. It's a different fire rating than the rest of the unit. Technically, this is part of the upstairs unit because we've chosen to rate the walls to separate it from the unit. Now, one thing you got to know is we're going to put a fire door here. In order to put a fire door here, we're going to have to use a special jamb because the standard jambs don't fit the standard drywall, so we're going to have to do an extended jamb. Now, you have to be careful. Each city has their own nuance with this. Hamilton allows the standard jamb for this, but if we were in the city, say like St. Catharines, it would actually have to be an 1.5" thick material, more like a 2x6 jamb that we plane down to finish. So working in construction has its benefits and has its downfalls. Stuff like I'm about to show you here, I like to call winner of not my job award is. So this is what happens when you work with different subcontractors and stuff like that, but you know what, you can't get too upset about it. It's almost entertaining. This is an old phone jack that someone decided not to remove before they drywalled around it and didn't mud it. So one of the more annoying things that happens when, especially speaking from an electrician, is that when they cut out the boxes, the professional drywallers use the roto zips. So they're basically a saw with a little blade on the end, and they push it in and cut around the drywall. But a lot of the guys leave the blades too long, and it's one of the worst things because what they do is they go in and they're supposed to be on the outside of the box. What ends up happening, if they go on the inside box mistakenly, it ends up nicking your wires, and which is a real pain in the butt. This is why we always leave a service loop outside the box so we can pull more through. Now, fortunately, that didn't happen here. The drywallers did a good job. But it's something you got to be aware of after the drywall to do the job to check that, because that can cause you a real nightmare after the place is finished. So you want to see how to upset an electrician real quick? Stuff like this. This happens all the time. It's just me complaining because it's just years of built up frustration over this issue. The mudder goes and, you know, does the seam and fills the box with mud, and then we spend an hour having to clean it out and pull it off all the wires. Be kind to your electrician. Clean out your boxes. Okay, here's another quick tip. Before you drywall, take a bunch of photos and videos around of the place, and always mark out on your videos where the electrical boxes are and heat runs, cold air returns. Because the drywallers move so fast, a lot of time things get buried and it makes a real nightmare when you're finished and all of a sudden you don't have a bunch of electrical working or you're missing a heat run. So just take a quick video. That way, when the boarding's done, before you go and mud and tape, you check it to make sure nothing's buried, and your life's going to be a lot easier. So, as I said before, drywall, not the most exciting subject, but obviously an important one. So now that we are done this, we are off to the final phase, which I like to call stage 5. Stage 5 is the finishing stage. So this is where a lot of materials need to start arriving. This is where you're booking all your finishes and you're getting ready for the last few weeks before you're closing out and getting ready to move tenants in. The next stage will be to prime the drywall, and then we're going to have a flooring delivery. We're going to lay the floors, we're going to install the doors and trim, and after that's done, also the kitchen, we're going to install the tile. As soon as that's done, we are going to have the place painted, and then as soon as the place is painted, we're going to bring in the electricians, the plumbers, the HVAC guys to do all their final connections. And then we're gonna have a couple days of doing little finishes like closet rods and joist hangers, all that stuff. Rods, shelves, put on the accessory kits. We're gonna do a cleanup and touch-ups, get the final inspections done, and we're gonna pass it off to the owner. So we actually have appliances showing up earlier because we all know what kind of a gong show appliance is right now, and we'll actually do a video on it just so you know when to do it. And after that, so then it's going to be off to the races. So for the next 3 weeks, it's going to be a lot of moving around here. So we're in second week of December right now. So this one's probably going to carry over a little bit into Christmas, and we're going to be finishing this in early January. So we will bring you back at the end. There's going to be a few week lag here while we do all the finishes, and then we'll bring you in for the final and meet the owner. We'll do the financial rundown. Again, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.